Hey, Catherine Hood here, live on Thursdays. Actually, I'm live on Tuesdays and I'm live on Thursdays. You'll have to catch me in two separate Facebook groups, or I put up the recordings in YouTube for your viewing pleasure. So, hi to all my fans, followers, and stalkers. You know who you are, what category you fit in. Some of you are clients of mine, past, present, current, and thank you so much. Some of you know me as Catherine or Catherine Hood or Coach Catherine, or I used to be an Allstate agent for many, many years, so some of you have followed me through that career as well. I am retired and enjoying my life here in Spokane, Washington. I do want to talk about physical hunger versus emotional hunger today. It's coming up a little bit in some conversations I'm having with some of my clients. Also, some of the comments that are being posted in a couple of different groups or communities that I'm involved in, talking about food. And, you know, one of the biggest things is shifting your mindset around food. I know that society and how we're brought up, how we're raised, what we think of food as often comes with comfort. And you know, it's sitting in front of the TV, eating with your family, or maybe it's a celebration all the time. You're having these luxurious meals or fancy desserts, or it's always surrounding birthday parties or potlucks or all these celebrations that are constantly going on. But food is fuel, and it needs to be viewed as such, honestly. Anything outside of that can create a bad relationship with food. It is really important to identify what is physical hunger versus emotional hunger. So physical hunger, you're going to feel it in your stomach, right? You're going to feel the grumbly feeling. You're going to actually feel it physically in your stomach. You're going to grab your stomach right below your rib cage. You're going to feel that grumble. You're going to know exactly where it's coming from. You might have, so you'll feel that sensation. You might feel, especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic and have had it for a while, you know when your blood sugars are getting low. You feel that in your body, in your energy. You might even feel a little bit shaky, a little cooler. You're going to feel a little lightheaded, maybe even a little bit dizzy. So you're going to know when you are physically hungry. And honestly, it's something that you need to truly avoid, in my opinion. And if you are a client of mine, you know this. We eat small meals quite often to prevent these sharp lows or sharp highs. But emotional hunger, you're going to feel it more in your mind. It's going to be like right here in your head. It's going to be these thoughts, you're often going to crave specific things. You know, something in your mind is like, oh, I got to have it now, and I want a lot of it. You know, it's like it's in your mind, it's in your head. You know, you are going to turn to food typically because of some sort of uncomfortable emotion that you're trying to avoid. Or maybe you're wanting to heighten some pleasurable emotion. So it could be one or the other, or it could be a combination of both. But usually it's not that physical hunger. It's typically mental, having something to do with emotions or feelings, or, and I'll kind of cover those in just a second. But eating based on how you feel, not what your body needs, is an emotional hunger. That's kind of really the best way to describe it. So you're eating how it's a feeling, it's a sensation. It's not, you know, oh, I feel like eating a big pot of spaghetti, or, you know, it really is some sort of feeling or an emotion attached to it. Like I said, 90% of the time, food should be viewed as fuel, as something to give you energy, something to fill your body with the micro and macronutrients that your body needs to survive longer on this planet, to feel good, to have good energy, to make it through the day and feel great about yourself, and have that energy to be able to play with the kids or grandkids or the dog or the cat or whatever it is that you enjoy doing in the evenings. So food should not be viewed as fun or enjoyment except for 10-15% of the time. We've got to have that, right? That element, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. But if you're falling into the trap of what sounds good right now, and you're always doing that, flip-flopping it, maybe 90% of the time you're using that, what sounds good? What should I eat? That to me indicates that you're not planning your food out, which is hands down the trick to it. You've got to know what you're going to eat within for the next 24 to 48 hours minimum. Always know what you're going to eat. Have it planned. Have it mapped out. Know what you're going to eat. That really helps prevent you from being in that trap of what sounds good right now. The other thing that really helps, obviously, is having food available. Again, planning, having it there, having it easy to access, not having a bunch of crap food, processed food, bag food, box food, things that have wrappers and packaging. Don't eat from a box, don't eat from a package, or frozen meals or lunch meat. Please stay away from these things. They're not good for you. Once in a while, yes. But planning out your foods, knowing what you're going to eat a minimum of a couple of days in advance. So back to the emotions. Some of the emotions that I wrote down, looking at my notes, lonely. So eating to feel less lonely. You are going to want to call a friend. Call a friend if you're feeling lonely. Engage with your pet. Walk somebody else's pet. Go to the pet store. Go to the animal shelter. Engage with pets or people. Find connection. Rekindle a connection. Maybe contact someone from high school or college who you haven't talked to in a long time. Reconnect with your people or tribe or family, long lost relatives, something. Fill that loneliness with something other than food. Okay? So sadness. If sadness is the emotion that you're trying to fill or move away from or avoid, watch a funny YouTube, right? Watch a funny YouTube. TikTok's a big thing too right now. I try not to encourage things that are sedentary, but also we got to have fun too, right? Go for a walk, go for a walk with a friend, share some laughs, call up a friend and share some memories and have some laughter. Bring some more joy and happiness into your life. Listen to a great podcast that you enjoy that really gives you energy, that fires you up on a topic that you really, really, really enjoy. Other things would be maybe read. I love reading. I read every single day. I have it blocked off on my schedule. I set aside that time and read. And it's always something that I'm really, really enjoying and engaging in. And actually, I found a book club that I'm a part of a group right now that I'm absolutely enjoying. And they have a book club kind of folded into it, which is great. And I typically try to avoid those because I feel so much pressure, but it also is a really cool group of people that I think that would be really fun. And it's also in alignment with what I'm trying to achieve and where I'm trying to go. So I'm going to test the waters. But also do hobbies. I'm going to mention that a few times here. Hobbies. Dive into your hobbies, past hobbies that you've done, that you've enjoyed. Dig deeper into them. Learn more about them. What has changed? What's improved? How can you sharpen your skills in that frame? Watch YouTube videos. Watch other people. Get involved in your hobbies. Pull other people in. Teach people your hobbies. Hobbies. I'm not joking. Learn new hobbies. Find new hobbies, new passions, new fun things to get involved in, lose track of time and have fun with. You're bored. Maybe it's a bored emotion that you're trying to fill with food. Stop, okay? Again, if it's emotional hunger and it's boredom, hobbies. Cannot say it enough. Dive into something that you're learning more about. Education, go for a walk, call a friend. Fill that gap with things that are non-food related in connection with others. It's so important. The two biggest things that I'm going to repeat over and over again is connection with others, because we need that as human beings. We need connection with other human beings. So rekindle old relationships or reach out to someone new and say hi and introduce yourself. I know that some of you are probably in phase 1 in some sort of lockdown as you're watching this, but you can do this on social media. Reach out to someone and just say, hey, want to get to know you. Jump out there on a limb. Don't be afraid of rejection. All right, anxiety is a big one. A lot of us are dealing with that. And the biggest thing I got to say about this one is remove the toxic crap out of your world. I'm talking about the news. I'm talking about don't look at your news feed on social media if it makes you anxious, if it upsets you, if it gives you a bad gut check, meaning, you feel terrible or dirty or sad or depressed or anxious after you look at it. I don't look at my news feed, people. I look at my group news feed because my group news feed is specific topics that hopefully are managed really well by the group moderators. So that's what I do on social media. I look at specific topics, groups. I avoid the news feed. So make sure you're not watching the news, the doom and gloom, or things that upset you or make you sad or worry about the future, but dive into your hobbies, and connection with others and passion projects, okay? So passion projects might be a little bit different, a little bit of a twist to it, but something that you really are passionate about, really excited about, something, a topic, whatever it is that you really believe in and you want the world to see your perspective, see your view. Volunteer in a local charity. I know that might still be a little bit complicated depending on when you're watching this in your area as well, but those things are really important. And you know what? Now's the time to reach out and say, hey, how can I help with this volunteer group, or start your own nonprofit, whatever that is. But a volunteer, a passion project, volunteering, hobbies, connection with other. Get a purpose, right? Find your purpose. Why are you here? What is it that you want people to remember about you long after you've passed away? So how do you want to be remembered? Make sure that people remember you in a way that you made a big difference while you were here. And remember, you can only control what you can control. So focus on just this next hour, what you can control, how you can dive deeper into your hobbies, your passion projects, and learning more and connections with others. Those are my biggest tips. If you're suffering from a broken heart, get that. I understand that. I think there's a lot of that going around right now. I don't know if it's because we've all been trapped in our houses so long with people that maybe are getting on our nerves, but I am experiencing quite a flood of contacts to me wanting help because of a broken heart and wanting to find love. So, but I really feel like, having an animal or a pet in your life is really important, especially a dog. That unconditional love is amazing and incredible. They fill you with a lot of that happy hormones that we need, that feel good and mend a broken heart. But, really what it boils down to with a broken heart, you really need to take a step back and figure out what it is you want in a partner and someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, hopefully, if that's what you're looking for. And then what do you bring to the table? Make sure that that's elevated. If not, you need to fix that first. So kind of digressed on that, but hobbies, volunteer, connect with people, past, new, present people, go for a walk, wear your mask if you're worried. But connect with others is really, really important. The other thing I want to recommend too is when we're talking about emotional hunger and physical hunger, another gut check is like, I think I'm hungry right now. You want to pause for a minute and think, is this emotional hunger? If it's emotional hunger, fix that. If it's actually physically hunger and, maybe it's really not time to eat, like you just ate like an hour ago, then you might want to just snack on some cucumbers or some tuna fish, or have some chopped chicken always ready in the refrigerator, or some chopped salad, which I try to do once a week. That usually lasts 2 days. But I always have chopped protein of some sort, lean, healthy protein. Occasionally nuts, but I don't get carried away with nuts because nuts can add on to the calories. It could be huge on the calorie count. But cauliflower and edamame is a really good protein source, also really good for you. Chopped chicken, chopped broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers, celery, and any kind of protein. Have those things on hand always. So good. All right. So I did make it under 15 minutes today. I'm doing really good this week. Both lives, I made it under 15 minutes. So as always, feel free to message me or leave your comments or questions below. I'd love to hear from you. I hope this was helpful, and know that I'm here for you. I am a certified coach. I help with my clients on a multitude of different topics or needs, and I'm here for you. So let me know how I can be of service. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video.